Hello, welcome to PlayStation Access. My name is Nathan and I'm here with Dave.
Hello.
Dave, we've had the pleasure of playing Lemnis Gate.
Yeah, it really was a pleasure. I really enjoyed it, actually.
On PS5. I thought it might be a bit too clever for me, and it might prove to be that way as we try to explain what the game is. This is a little bit from the tutorial leading up to the character selection screen, and I just wanted to give us this time to explain that it's a time loop game.
Yeah.
In which, and it's turn-based, in which you lay down loops of actions with different characters who have very different abilities in order to try to defend objectives. Now, these are quite normal, standard, conventional objective modes that you might find in other games, but the turn-based and time loop mechanic makes it a very different strategic proposition.
Yeah, it does. Like where a lot of other games would come down entirely to just how good are you with a gun, you know, who's the best sniper or whatever. This is a thinking man's game and skill based.
It's also skill based.
It's really fantastic. I absolutely fell in love with it.
What we're seeing here is you very carefully. I'm glad you did this when we were capturing, because I didn't. You went round, and so people can take a look at this. You can rewind it if you want. These are all the characters within the game. You get to choose one each. You as an individual can choose one of these once per game. So you have to choose a range of skills. They have some of them have movement. Rush is very quick. Some of them can kind of teleport short distances, and you have abilities which can sometimes persist between rounds, like laying down turrets or protection orbs.
This is another reason I love this, actually, Nathan. In other games with characters to select, I end up just picking the same character over and over again. Yep. You just can't do that in Lemnis Gate. It means you have to learn about them, and you have to appreciate how they've been set up differently and how they work, you know, and how they work together. It's very clever.
This is very bad. This is our literal first go of the game, and actually we're going to stick with this just to talk through the basics of how it goes. This is me just going on, and off you go then, and we're playing a game called Retrieve XM, which is exotic material. It's basically grab some stuff and bring it back to your gate before the loop finishes, so before your time ends. And I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
So I just went and grabbed it and I brought it back. And then I shot some caustic goo on the ground. This is you now. You know what I've done because you can see it as a drone, and then you get to watch a little replay. So you went and intercepted me with a mine. Then you took it, and now it's yours.
Yes, and I don't know. I feel like we're going to peel the layers of this like an onion, and it still won't be quite clear to people. It's worth saying that between rounds, you get to see a replay of what's happened like this in a drone shot. So this is how I was aware of I watched this live. Like this is how I saw Nath do his thing live.
And this is me now watching Dave, going like, oh, okay, so he did that.
And even watching it back now, it's interesting to me that I decided to put a mine down rather than just pick up the thing, because the time. I had got there ahead of time. Right. So if I just pick up the thing, your guy can never get it unless you then kill my guy. Oh my God, it's
and the
complicated.
Thing is, so it's interesting to note that when you get killed, I did not do well here. Look, so I thought I'll be Rush. I'll just go even before Dave. So I have grabbed the thing, but I didn't kill you before you killed my other person.
Yes.
So now my other person is still dead. And it's worth, so my other person there, you see my ghostly form, you just had a little glimpse. And that's your potential, because someone can always come back and stop the thing which killed you, so you're always potentially alive.
It's like a movie. You've got to think of like a time movie where, you know, you just keep going back and changing the past to make it better. So you killed you with a mine there, you know, A and B or whatever, and then if you kill my guy who fires the mine before I kill you, then you live on and get to do whatever else for the rest of the time. Oh God, it's amazing.
Two things from that. Obviously, that was really good use. You'd actually done the tutorial, so you did a little teleport thing there. But two things from that, and one is that obviously going first is a disadvantage, I think, in this game. I'm sure that good players will learn to counteract that, because the other thing that I wanted to say was that we're doing never played the game idiot strategies here. Very quickly, I think, when people begin to play this game, you will have you'll be playing 3D chess, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll be thinking of strategies. You won't be just running and grabbing the thing. You'll be thinking, how can I set up maybe only deciding to grab it on round 4 or 5?
Yeah.
And you'll be laying down strategies and just seeing what the lay of the land is, and then responding to what the enemy's doing at the same time.
Well, that's exactly it. I disagree with you that going first is a disadvantage. I think it's a disadvantage the first time you play or the first few times you play for sure. Right. But it's because you've just got to start thinking 4D, and I'm not saying that we ever did manage to do this while we with
Man,
our
I
short
said
time
3D
with the game,
chess. That's how behind I am.
Yeah, exactly.
3D chess. That's what
That's
I'm playing
most
already.
chess, yeah. And really, yes, like you've got to stop thinking like, what's my objective right now? And it's more, how do I achieve my objective at the end? And yeah, you can go through it straight away, and sometimes you can divert the other player by doing that because they have to counter it. But also, you can just set things up. I think the best Lemnis Gate experience I had was when I started to think like, ignoring an immediate threat. There's no point. Like when you got that XM right at the start, I could have just not worried about that until the very end.
Right, exactly.
And then you couldn't respond.
But understanding time and consequences is so important. This is incredible. You were killing me in this game, and this is the reason you got the sniper. You took a shot at my guy. You should have killed him. Suddenly you're dead. It was only when we were rewatching this while we were putting this together we understood what happened. Here's a replay, Dave. You were so unlucky. You should have beaten me 2-0 in this game.
I didn't recognise this at the time. I did not realise at the time
you're dead.
What had happened.
You're already
I didn't
dead.
realise I was dead. I was like, where's the
So
thing?
here's the slow-mo. What happens is you go into zoom using your character's special ability. You've got me lined up for a nice headshot. One of my earlier rushes jumps across, intercepts the shot. You killed him.
Yeah.
There's his body on the ground. Then you walk over my mine, which I put down.
Oh.
And then you're dead.
And I didn't realise that. I thought the mine was the objective. I thought I had the objective, and I was like, going back to base. Another day at the office.
It's like a miniature version of the Sixth Sense. You just didn't realise you were dead.
I didn't realise I was dead. And had there been more rounds, I could have righted that wrong.
Right.
Maybe.
If you'd killed my rush before it took your bullet, you'd have killed the guy on the walkway.
Yes. It's really an impossible game to talk about in any way. I feel like people must be like, just what are they talking about?
Well, I wanted, and this is why I've gone from basics in this, because this is the 1v1 mode. And what we're about to see after this ends is there's a 2v2 mode, but there's two 2v2 modes. So me and Dave teamed up against some people who were running the event, and you get to play that turn-based as well, where only one individual player is running around laying down an action loop at a time. But then right at the very end of the video, you'll see it's a players play together. They haven't thought of a cool name for it yet. Players play together, where is me and Dave and our enemies playing simultaneously. No, that's wrong. Me and Dave are playing simultaneously in every round, and then they take their turn, but together. So you can sort of join things up. It just becomes incredibly complicated, incredibly quickly. We're seeing this play out now. I've sort of lost the thread of it, but here's an overview of everything that's happened. This is only the first half, because then there's another half where you go first.
Yeah.
But I haven't showed that just because I wanted to get the basics down. We basically ended up 1-1, and it was all down to that one thing in the middle. No, 2-2. I was extremely lucky. I did nothing good. I didn't understand there's going to be a meta for this game where people are able to build little, you know what I mean, like a little house of cards, and then just pull one thing away, and the whole rest of it's going to. I
think that's exactly right. I know we've already talked about chess, and maybe it's a lazy kind of analogy, but it really is because like chess, and I don't claim to know anything about it, but I've watched the Queen's Gambit. Players will. But there's misdirection. There's setting up a move.
Right.
There's like hiding your cards, kind of like just like you say, exactly like that, setting traps and things that you suddenly reveal what your plan was all along.
And there'll also be reactions. Like my basic one is you can be a fast man or a sniper man, and really disrupt from the beginning. So now we're 2v2 turn-based on a different level. This one is slightly different. There are two things on the map which they're trying to defend and we're trying to destroy. It's called Seek and Destroy.
Yeah.
And you can see these players are more experienced than us, and so for defense he's come out immediately and put down damaging radioactive waste around, so you can see A there, which we want to go in and destroy. He's guarding that area, basically. That's like a kind of a still basic but like first step. This is Dave now, laying down protection orbs, and I guess you're thinking, I guess you're thinking there was stopping yourself from getting sniped on the way. You left yourself we were still very new with these characters, right? So you actually lay into the objective and you don't quite kill it.
No.
But also interesting, we realised you could maybe do that deliberately, because then they your opponent wouldn't necessarily identify you as like,
right,
oh, this is where they destroyed it. If you just tee it up.
Well, because then if if another character then goes and finishes it off, and keeps finishing it off, it explodes, but they keep firing at it, then they could do, if the first character was taken out, then the second character
might still finish.
Might do enough damage to finish it.
Diversion. They threw down a bunch of turrets in that one. I've skipped ahead a little bit now. I think this is you watching me. I have just gone into this is all I was good at, really. I was rush again, and I've just gone in to like zoom around and just stop putting down radioactive waste. And actually, me killing that guy, he doesn't get to do his final radioactive waste, so you do more damage, and then I jump in and we blow it up together just before the counter comes down. This is the last round. You kind of see how complicated it is by the end. Just so many players jumping in. You are interested here because this was like the absolute crux of the battle. We'd won the other one, and it was whether we could
win this one.
Come in
that would change the game
and grab that one.
It's interesting you mentioned Rush because Rush is one of the characters that really feels like a game changer in terms of so Rush's thing is that they can be quick. So when you need to get somewhere ahead of someone else, you need to stop someone from fulfilling their future. Rush is the one to do it, and it's the same with the sniper character as well. If you're good with a sniper rifle, you can change the future.
So there are still those I'm just good at shooting moments.
Yeah.
Because you can either because the thing is, once you've lined that up, everything comes down onto the line. Can I make this shot?
Yeah.
And that will stop their sniper or their guy from going and doing something crucial. If you miss it, then it's over. Sorry, this is the playing together, so you can see them coming out in the replay now. They both at the same time just running out and putting turrets down everywhere, while we try to. This is them attacking. So that's them suppressing our attempts to come out and defend.
Yeah,
nightmare.
And my point with the sniper is if you can snipe this character now, before they put all the turrets down, that's all those turrets just gone, gone from the rest of the game.
Unless they then come and snipe our sniper.
But the clever thing about it, and why I think it really works, is that you can't just be the sniper every time. If there was someone who was just good at sniping, and just every time they just kept headshotting your character, it was just like, you can't do anything.
Right.
You can only play that card once.
So it's not like when you're on COD and there's just someone who's got a good position
just
who just
amazing.
keeps nailing.
Yeah, exactly. They can only play that card once. And yes, there is the pressure that they have to get it right. The sniper actually is an interesting. I think they've done an interesting job because it only fires 2 shots before having to reload, and it's very slow. So you really do have to be accurate with the sniper. So I think that it will lead to more kind of just being impressed when you see a good shot, that changes the game. I think it won't be so annoying because that actually they can't just take loads of shots, and it's really meaningful as well. And choosing to play it at that time in the game is interesting.
I'm trying to figure out where we are in the. This is our last bit of catch-up. We're nearing the end of the video. This is you taking a sniper shot, and I can't. I think you. Well, you definitely got the. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, you're shotgunning. This is you securing the left-hand side for us.
Yeah. I did it's hard to. You just have to remember that these characters that we're seeing that are whole, they're not being live played by someone. Their actions have already happened. I was watching, then and going like, why isn't that guy running out the way or whatever? And it's because when he made those moves, I wasn't there. He was just doing whatever.
It really, the implications of playing through time really were still hitting us after we were discussing the game days later. I mean,
we definitely have come up with some tactics, Nath. I'm looking forward to putting them into action. We've got some ideas, I think.
We're going to meet the internet and we're going to be so... Guys, we've got some... Oh, we've lost again.
Okay.
Well, that's a little preview of Lemnis Gate. I do hope that at least tantalises... I think you have to play it to get the kind of... to fathom the depths that are possible with the game. But that is mine and Dave's hands-on with it. We really enjoyed it. We're looking forward to playing more. Look, let us know in the comments what you think of the game. It's very unusual. It's out this summer. Give us a like if you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned to PlayStation Access for more like this.